A very good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us for this post-play press conference with Lungi Ngidi.
How's it, Lungi? It's been quite a while since you've played cricket. I think you've only played 2 warm-up T20 games in the last 5 months or so. How's the body feeling after that shift? Everything okay? How's the fitness levels?
No, I'm good. It's not like I was sitting out injured or anything. So, there was a lot of training, a lot of game simulations. We've had practice matches. So, yeah, I'm pretty good.
Amitabha?
Hi, Lungi, yes, Amitabha from Creekview in India. I want to ask you what did you differently do in the second spell, in the spell in which you got the wickets back to back after the first spell, after lunch, that got you on the way?
Yeah, I just got a bit more rhythm. My rhythm actually got better. I felt more comfortable running from this side. Action felt better. Yeah, and I had asked at lunch if I could switch ends, but obviously everyone prefers their certain end, so I had to wait my turn. And then, yeah, I was just struggling from the other side a little bit to find my length and my areas. But once I came this side, I just felt comfortable, and all of a sudden, things started happening for me.
Yeah.
Firdaus and then Ken.
Hey, Lungi, could you just talk us through that LBW? And I guess none of us really expected the ball tracking to go that way. What were you thinking when you saw it?
Well, I thought it was a good shout. If anything, I thought it was going to be umpire's call. But then when Murray kept his finger down, then it became a gamble. One thing that I did have in mind is that I thought it had kept a bit low compared to the bounce that I was getting. So that obviously was a positive for me. And then trying to convince Dean was another situation. But I think Quinny was in his ear, and he said, at worst, umpire's call. But when it started taking a while, everyone started doubting themselves and going back and saying, oh, wow, we might have lost the review. But, when it came back and it was hitting, we did see that there were a few balls that had kept low, though. So that was the positive. And I personally said that was one of them. And then it went our way. So very happy about that.
Kenny?
Thanks, hi, Lungi, well done. Apart from switching ends, you also started using off-cutters to good effect. Both those 2 wickets and 2 balls, a bit of off-cut there. Well, was that because the pitch was a bit damp? Did you feel that there would be good traction? Good purchase?
Yeah, it's not necessarily off-cutters. It's like a wobble seam ball. You don't know which way it's going to nip. But more times than not, it happens to come back into the batsman. So we saw that the away swing, we actually were a little disappointed. The wicket did less than we thought it was going to do. And they had good disciplines. They left well. But, I expected a bit more swing. And then when that didn't happen, you obviously got to change your plans and trying to get the ball to move off the deck. And that was happening for me from both ends. But, I felt more comfortable from the end where I was taking wickets. So, yeah, trying just to create that little bit of doubt as well. They were leaving well, so trying to attack the stumps and attack the pads, that was the game plan. And I think you can tell from the field settings as well what was supposed to happen, and luckily it came off.
Telford?
How's it, Lungi? Well played. I imagine you weren't part of the decision, but can you talk us through why you think Marco Jansen played ahead of Duan Olivier?
To be honest, I wouldn't know. I think everyone's been preparing well. To be honest, it was probably a senior call or management call because everyone's been preparing well, and everyone was looking good. So we didn't even know who was going to play. I think even myself, having not played cricket in a while, you didn't know if you're going to get the nod, but. Like Dean always says, we pick the best team that we think is going to give us the results for the match. So, Marco got his debut and very happy for him.
Sandeep?
Yeah, hi, Sandeep here from ABP News Network, India. Well played. There was a good battle between bat and ball today. But after the partnership of Rahul and Rahane, do you feel that at the end of first day's play, India have the upper hand? And from an opponent's point of view, how will you describe Rahul's innings today?
Look, it's Test cricket. You win sessions, you lose sessions. There were patches today where we were on top, and then they came back. I think all in all, it's been a good day of cricket. There's still a lot on that wicket. I think you could see from now the last spell at the back end with the new ball, still getting it to move around. So to be honest, I think everyone just needs to be on their A game tomorrow morning, because things can happen quickly. And I think we saw earlier, if you can get 2 wickets and 2 balls, anything can happen. And I think if we can get a couple of breakthroughs early in the morning, that could turn the game on its head. Yeah, they've batted well though. That credit needs to be given. Rahul left well up front, put away the bad ball, and now he's on 100. So I think that shows that he's done well. But as you can see, there's still balls catching the edge, going towards the slips, jagging off the deck. So I think tomorrow is going to be a great day of cricket.
Valen, and then we'll close with those. We'll close with Ken.
Thank you very much. Well done, Lungi. Just a quick one about the Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. Many South Africans waking up this morning to the sad news of his passing.
Yeah, that was very sad news. As one of the leaders in our country, fighting the apartheid system and, inspiring, I guess, a lot of us to, stand up for what we believe in. It is a really sad day for South Africa, and condolences to his family.
Lungi, there's obviously a bit of weather around tomorrow and maybe later in the match. Just bearing that in mind and conditions today, what do you think would be a reasonable first innings total for you guys to aim to dismiss India for?
Ooh, that's a tough one. If I had to say for myself, I think anything probably under 330, 340. I do think if we get a couple of wickets, we move closer into their tail. So, and with the caliber of bowlers that we have, I think we would be able to put that away. But yeah, probably anything under 340, 350. That would be something that we'd be willing to take. I mean, it is a good deck if you bat properly. I mean, if you've got good disciplines. We saw that the fuller balls don't do as much, and they put them away. So you really got to be accurate with your length, and once you start hitting those areas, you can string together a few maidens. I think we saw how KG bowled, and he showed us that with good discipline, the game goes nowhere. So yeah, I think we just need to tune into that mode.
And finally, Ken.
Thanks. Lungi, you mentioned full balls. You're going to claim Kohli's wicket, though. That was a deliberate carrot you threw out there, full and wide, swinging your way.
Look, it's a chance. You take a gamble, and sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. And I think I remember 2018 at Wanderers, it was a similar sort of dismissal. So, he's really good off his legs, through the covers, and I think sometimes as a bowler, you need to do something that he probably wouldn't expect. You're hitting a good length for a couple of balls, and then it probably looks like a free ball to hit. And with a bit of nibble, like I said, there's still a bit in that wicket. It could catch the edge, or it could go for 4. I bowled the same ball to Rahane, and he blasted it to the boundary. So, it's a roll of the dice, and it went my way. So I'm happy about that.
Thanks very much.